Hey guys, I've got a very good video for you today. So Stygian Onslaught has been out for a few days now and it's very hard content, and whether you've been watching my stream or someone's insane gameplay on YouTube, you might have noticed that a lot of these guys maybe play Mavuika quite a bit different than you're playing her. You're seeing all these crazy combos and you want to learn how to do it. You want to learn why we're doing it. So I've tried looking on YouTube. There are a lot of very nice guides, but I haven't seen much guides showing you how to do it. So a lot of people have been requesting it, and I've also installed this keyboard and mouse tracker thing to help you learn it as well. Anyway, first of all, I'm sure you're wondering, why are we even doing this? What is this even? And there's a good chance you've probably never done this combo. Say for example, you probably play a melt team like this most of the time, and you do your setup here, very normal, and then you probably just hold charge attack to win, right? This is probably what you're doing, something like that, getting a bunch of melts. And the thing is, this is completely okay for melt. I'm sure you guys know how elemental application works, and you don't want to have too many attacks or you'll end up removing that cryo aura from the enemy and you're probably going to be losing some melts. So that explains why you wouldn't normally do it for that. But what if you don't care about elemental application? For example, what if you're playing an overload team? Or, and this is the very relevant bit, what if you're fighting an enemy like the Hydro Tulpa, and the Hydro Tulpa obviously permanently has the Hydro aura on him, which you can never remove, which also means you don't need to worry about having too much pyro application. That is where this combo comes in, because now you just want to focus on doing as much damage as possible, and that's what this combo does. Especially with the Tulpa's shield, where not only throughout the Tulpa fight are you on some DPS check with the time limit, but also with the shield you're on a DPS check, because if you don't destroy its shield or the ward, I'm sure you guys know your character is just immediately dead. So you want to maximize the damage. So let me just head into the Tulpa fight right now. This is about what you could expect if you practice and if you learn it. So here, attack with Mavuika, then start the combo. 2 charge attacks, 3 charge attacks, 4 charge attacks, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's all well me showing you this. The question is, how do you actually learn it? Okay, hopefully the mouse and keyboard is getting picked up. So let me show you guys how to do it, and then we'll break it down in slow motion. So the first thing you need to make sure, there's 2 main things. First of all, always start off with a charge attack. That's so you actually vape the charge attack. And the second thing is, what I realized was the main difference between being consistent at it and not being consistent is you have to do, after the dash you have to click very quickly. But what I found that helped me is not just clicking quickly, but actually doing a triple click for the normal attack. And you can see I basically never fail it at all, like almost 100% consistency. It does not take that long to learn. I actually thought I was doing a double click after the dash, but it was only once I actually really thought about it I realized I was doing a triple click actually. So let me just get rid of this guy's shield. So that was the example. Let me break it down in slow motion. So remember, first thing, start off with the charge attack. So you can see I hold my left click, and then as soon as it connects I dash, and then hopefully you can tell there I'm doing like 3 clicks right after the dash, and I'm pretty much holding W and A as well. I guess it's because I find it comfortable just to rotate to the left. You can see I'm just constantly just dashing to the left. You might want to dash to the right there just to avoid damage, but yeah, you just find what's comfortable for you. Dashing to the left for me also helps avoid any damage, and it's honestly, I think it's just quite easy, to be honest, after you learn that little technique. And just if you want to look at the damage numbers, you can see just how many vapes and attacks we're getting. So the charge attack vapes 171k, then another 170k, then another 152k. My instructor's probably running out now at this point. 156. So you can see the good thing about this combo is not only are you getting a ton of charge attacks, but every charge attack is pretty much vaping, and that's the advantage that you get here. And again, that's also the advantage that you get by playing this combo in Overload, which is because Overload, you don't really care about worrying about any melts or anything. Same thing with Tulpa, because you're always going to vape, you don't worry about missing any vapes. Oh yeah, and I should have also mentioned, in case you didn't know, Mavuika's dash actually hits as well. So you can see you should be getting 2 hit marker numbers, which is both the charge attack and the dash. So all these numbers add up, and that's why it's so good. And that's why if you really are on the cusp of clearing Tulpa, I highly recommend trying to learn this, because it'll squeeze out just as much damage as possible. You can actually see the multipliers here. The normal attacks hitting, the charge attacks hitting, and the sprint damage is hitting, and you're getting a lot of those hits. Against the Tulpa, it's just going to be way better than just holding your charge attack. And you know what? Let me slow it down even further, just so you can see those mouse clicks even better. 1, 2, 3. So you see the timing for my triple click there. I've actually never really looked at my gameplay in slow motion before, but maybe this can help you guys. I should also say the amount of charge attacks you actually end up getting when you practice it does depend on the exact stuff you're doing. So if you just go from like Shilona to Mavuika, for example, because Mavuika has more Night Soul here, then for example, if I do a longer team setup, because our Night Soul will drain a bit more. So in general, I would say aim for like 7 or 8, you know, depending on how optimal you are. But if you practice it without a team setup, you can probably even get closer to 9. As far as the actual damage increase, it's actually quite difficult to say. I did check with other theory crafters, and it could range from a very minor DPS increase learning this combo to maybe even 10 to 15% damage increase. But I think you guys have seen online, there's so many people using it. I think overall it is worth learning, especially if you want to get the maximum damage, especially if you want to try and push for that fearless or dire Tulpa clear, or even if you just like playing non-melt Mavuika teams in general. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Please let me know if you're practicing it. If you're still finding it hard after this video, let me know and I can try and help in the comments. Maybe this video was exactly what you needed to get it down. Like I said, my consistency didn't go to 100 until I started doing the fast triple click. Let me know if that's what helps you. Maybe a double click is good enough for you, maybe a single click is good enough, I don't know. But just experiment, just practice it, and I'm pretty sure you'll get it down quite quickly. I personally don't usually find Mavuika fun to play unless I'm doing this combo, but I find it does make Mavuika pretty fun to play, and I enjoy playing this. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I should have a video about my overall thoughts of Stygian Onslaught coming soon, so you guys can look forward to that. Anyway, bye for now. There we go. Didn't miss a single cancel as well.